Let's say, what alignment are you missing in a Purvottanasana? Okay, so east stretch, this is called the eastern stretching. So this asana, okay, the first things you have to, okay, place your legs properly aligned, and your hands has to be go back behind of your, okay, the hips. So normally we gonna do first wrong variation here. How normally people do the wrong variation? They bring their hands the closer to the, okay, the closer to the their body. The one variation they are doing, the closer their body. So then inhale, they are lifting up. Look, the spine cannot lift and hips cannot lift in this time. So what you are doing here, one thing is you are making, okay, misalignment of your hands. Second misalignment, what you are doing, you are making your hands outside like that way. So don't do this way like that. If you have your upper back is curved, if somebody has a kyphosis, then you tell this person to do open like that way, okay, unless, okay, what you do, you turn your palms in. So turning the palms in here, so now only the not turning the palms in, so you can bring at least 1 foot or a 1 feet, let's say 1 feet to like a 1.5 feet, okay, you bring your hands little bit more back like that. So what it does when you do this, like in Purvottanasana, whenever you do these hands behind the back, what happens, your chest moves forward, okay, the chest moves forward. Another things what happens, the external rotation of the shoulders is here, okay, applies, okay. So when you external rotation of your shoulder is applying means, so what will be happening, the chest is moving forward and pelvis is activated here. Is that correct? So if pelvis is activated, so one things you have to do, this alignment before you are directly doing the, either you are a vinyasa practitioner or especially in Ashtanga, they are doing this practice in primary Ashtanga primary series here. So please note that you bring your hands little bit behind until your the shoulders get activated. When now if we do the wrong variations, what happens, if we bring inside, the shoulders is not, if she want to press also chest, okay, the chest is not moving so much of forward, it's slightly moving less forward and less connectivity into the our, okay, arms and the hands. So what is our job to hands alignment? First you have to practice into the Purvottanasana. It is called east stretching, okay, east side of the body stretching. So this is east side of the body we have here. So what do we do here, after only doing this won't help, okay, to activate the our hands. So what we need to do, we need to spread our fingers. Whenever we are spreading our fingers, what happens, the forearms muscles are ready to go, right? If not, they are not ready to, they collapse. Can you feel that? Yeah. So what you do, you spread the fingers and align your fingers very length, okay, in a gradually you align and keep a distance of these fingers, don't close them, make a distance as much. The knuckle of your fingers, normally now the trending is to knuckle, not only the knuckle, we have to press our completely our palms on the floor, which is in square shape, okay, unless and until your palms are not letting spread, your palms is not aligning. So you must, okay, avoid doing together, okay, practice the new technique now. This is the new technique, okay, new technology I am bringing to you here. So you practice this. So spreading the fingers and elbows are activated in this time. So what do you do now, after doing this, you don't come just from the hips now. So what do, you point your toes as much as you can and engage your okay, engage your thigh muscles. What happens when you engage your this pointing this and thigh muscles, the pelvis itself is slightly in a ready mood to go. So inhale, the person can come. Look how beautifully the mid-jump can come into this. So what another things what you do, one other mistake what we do normally, we don't want to turn the foot out like that. If we turn out the foot like this, what will happens? The pelvis will move down. So what you are doing, another mistake here, after aligning your hands and your spine and your hips. So what you are doing here, your ankle need to get pressed here. If somebody cannot lift, if you are beginner or your students is beginner, still if you are advanced but still you cannot place your foot on the floor, so what practice you need to do, you need to bend the knee and then you press this, keep bending the knee and lift up. So heels are completely aligned and lift the buttock as much as you can. So one of these variations you can practice with it. One of these variations you can practice with the bending the knee. When your knees are bending, your pelvis can lift up and you can do proper alignment. You can make a proper alignment with the upper part of the body. So why? Upper part of the body will, if upper part of the body is ready, then lower part of the body can stretch. If lower part of the body and upper part of the body can meet, you can do very deeply alignment in this asana. So normally challenge is the person cannot place the toes on a floor. In this time, a person cannot place the toes on the floor. What you can do with them, you can bring either a block, block under the feet. The block will make stress the ankle and ankle will align, and then the legs and the hips can lift in this time. So try to do together and try to join the knee. If now another variation is still, if the person cannot join, person is not able to do it, so they should do another technique. Another technique is opening the heels wider like this, and another heels is like this wider, and then now inhale, activate, exhale. Now the inhale slowly, now person can go deeper with the proper alignment. Is that make sense? Right? So person can go. What happens whenever here? So whenever we are opening our legs, what happens? The hips has a good chance to work on. When hips has a good chance to work on, the hips joints has a good chance to work on, and then that person can align the legs in a proper way. In a proper way, the legs need to get a perform. Otherwise, if you are closing, what happens? The internal rotation of the shoulder get developed. So what happens? The hips cannot be lifted. If somebody has a problem into the internal rotation of their hips joint, that person need to open the leg wider. If that is opening the leg wider, what happens? The pelvis has a good chance to come up, a chance to activate now. So now another variation is what we need to do. Now still that person is not able to do it. Another technique what we can do, go down. First we still, if it is not, let's say the hooking this posture, it is not hooking this posture. So what they need to do, they need to do the Mula Bandha. When the Mula Bandha is happens, Mula Bandha is the perineum lock. What the perineal lock does for this asana, it engages the pelvic and pelvic floor muscles, and it also helps the gluteus muscles to activate. Normally perineum activation is the Mula Bandha. So while you are doing this Mula Bandha, your pelvic floor muscles are engaging. When pelvic floor muscles are engaging, they pass the further communication to our gluteus muscles. So then one person can do nicely this asana. So one of these variations you can do. Now if the person still cannot do it, what is your job? To go to the students, or if you are teacher or you want help. So what do? You tell to this person to activate with the hands back, slowly inhale, lift up. Now you can, one variations you can lift like that way, but try to tell them to slightly point the toes to me, and then more activations happening. Can you see that? The weight I have now locked your weight, right? Otherwise somebody cannot lock to your weight. So what they do, they fall there, like if let's say they falling their back like that. So what happens there, you don't press like that. What you tell, slowly let this person to come, adjust the feet here, adjust the feet and activate the feet up. When you get activate the feet up, so what happens, the person is helps to, okay, to go deeper, and he and she can remain into posture longer point. Is that make sense what I am saying?
Yeah.
Is that proven? This technique is proven. Is not only we are saying that. The person is doing this technique and she is experiencing, and this is the completely experiencing by the one of the long time practitioner. The person who is doing this practicing since long time. Is I am not doing with the Marian, she is 300 hour of teacher training course she is doing. So she knows like what is the asana looks like actually, but still she is something, she is learning this technique to experience herself. When she experience, it's the great knowledge of the yoga. If you cannot experience, just you are telling to your student or you are just doing like this, it cannot help you. So that is why we are here to make this alignment go with the individual body and experiencing them, and then making them to help to do the asana in a better way and make them this asana to master in their practice. So this technique is teaching here. So now another variations what we can do is, still a person is coming now, inhale lift up, now inhale lift up. Now what you gonna do here, now tell to person to press the knees up. When the pressing the knees up, the engagement which happens, or if person cannot press the knees, thigh press to. Now the more lower back is engaging in this. So this, or you just go behind the lower back and interlock your fingers into the sacrum, okay, into the sacrum, not into the lumbar, and try to lift up this variation. So one of these variation for the mid part of your body we can do. So now the last variations what we are going to do here, to if somebody still cannot do it, so what I will do, I will inhale come up. So try to little bit have your hands more back, hands more, watch always your hands more back. Still I have told her to do it, but sometime what happens, we forget this, our mind doesn't understand. This means body sometimes body understand, sometimes mind doesn't understand, sometimes mind understand, the body doesn't understand. That means we are little bit missing our consciousness in this time. So this asana will bring you, while you are doing this alignment, you are having consciousness to develop. Okay, now inhale lift up. So what is my job now to go, I will make my hands into, okay, my fingers here, my thumbs under the her scapula, and I will lift her like that. If I lift her like this, she can reach to the her feet and the spine can go much deeper, the external rotation of the shoulder can develop. So one of these variations I can tell, or if I still want to go, if I have a good trust with her, so what I will do, I will go into the back and lift from the scapula like that. If I am lifting, I like this, but you need to ask this permission for the person, and very good relationship between student and teacher, then only they can do this variation, the holding variation. Now slowly exhale and practice this technique, you will get definitely 100% alignment on this, and you will be easiest way you can do this asana in a month. So don't let this video to miss, and practice this and watch this very clearly, watch each alignment what I am teaching here, watch this very clearly. And if you have any doubt is coming, you are looking to develop, still you are not mastering this, your body is unique, your mind is unique, sometimes we don't understand this. So when we cannot understand, I am here to hack that posture of you to make a better alignment. So namaste, thank you.